Welcome back everybody, Green Assassin here, and today I am playing on the Direwolf's 1.7 pack. This pack is available on the Feed the Beast launcher. This should be episode 28 or something along those lines. Last episode we did a bunch of Thaumcraft stuff, and I promised you guys that we would not be doing that this episode, so I have something else in mind for this episode. Just a quick check, not much time's passed in between this episode and the last recording, so this thing isn't all that much bigger, so I just figured I'd show it. I'm pretty sure I told you guys I'd at least try and show it once every episode. So that's how that's doing. I haven't done any more work on that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Thaumcraft stuff that I want to talk about this episode. So just let me get rid of this stuff because I don't need it right now. I know I have an armor stand, but I don't want to run all the way over to my Thaumcraft area. So, but anyways, what I have planned for this episode is a little bit of automation. Yeah, I know my episodes have either been magic or automation, so yeah, it kind of sucks. But what I've done is first, let's go over here and show you guys what I've done over here, because it's going to play a little bit into what I'm doing today. So in this slag mill here, I have an export bus and an import bus. Yes. So I have the export bus set to cobblestone, and then I added this redstone card, which is very easy to make. It's just a basic card and a redstone torch. Cards made like so. But I have it set to active without signal. And then, let me out. My game is really laggy all of a sudden. The last episode I recorded, I was recording on multi-MC. And this one, I switched back to the Feed the Beast launcher just to see if it would help with FPS. So, just a little test I'm doing. But anyways, off of this one, I had 3 channels left, I think. No, 2 channels. I had 3 channels left on this, I think. No, I can't remember now. But anyways, I added a level emitter to this, and I have set it to... That's why that's not working properly. That's supposed to be sand. This thing's probably going to start exporting again. But anyways, this is supposed to be set to sand, and I set it to 4,032 stacks, and what that'll do is it'll make it so that when it hits 432, it'll stop pumping cobblestone into this slag furnace. And by the time, because there will always be a remaining stack in here, so by the time this stack burns out or converts down to sand, there will be about 496, which is what my barrel over there can hold. Let me just fix this because I just realized I dirked that up pretty bad. Save. And that'll just guarantee I've always got sand, and it's not being stored in my AE system, so it's not like it's taking up any memory in my AE system. But I don't need more than 4,000 pieces of sand, I don't think so. That one was set right. This one needs to be sand. So this should be emit redstone when above. I think this is set up right. Activate without signal. So when this torch goes out, it'll start making sand again. So, and I could probably demonstrate that by coming over here and grabbing 2, let's go 3 stacks. I have a void upgrade on that barrel, I'm pretty sure too, so if it does make extra, it's not a big deal. Just don't really want to be wasting the power. So, and it started making sand. It's going to put about a stack in here and just keep it full until the sand hits 4,032 pieces of sand, and then this level emitter will come back on. So if I go put this back in, this back in, that's up to full barrel, so that should be 4096. This is still going to be running because it's still got the residual cobble in there, but that'll just go into the void anyways, into the void upgrade. But now our torch is on, so yes, very, 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 very nice. I like that part of AE because it makes it so you can only have a certain amount of stuff when you're forcing it to be crafted. But anyways, the automation that I wanted to do, as you guys can see right here, I have a P2P hooked up to a smart cable that is using one of 8 channels, and then it's just got some of the normal glass cable in between. I changed these up and I put fiber or quartz fiber here. I don't know if that's required or not. I don't know if that thing should not take up a channel at all. I just did it because all I want out of it is power anyways. I want it to power the supplies or the cables just in case I need power wherever I'm setting up my networks. Like this one, I know these ones require power. You gotta like loop them around so that they do have power on this side because they will not transmit through these. The P2Ps, I have found that you don't need to do that with. I'm just doing it just in case I set up some other extra stuff off of one of these lines and I need power over here. Because if we take a look at the auto crafting area, because it's still exposed, I did the same thing over here. I don't have any fiber or quartz fiber over here, I don't think. But if we come over here and take a look, power seems to transfer through the P2P, so it's not required having a fiber cable over here anywhere by the looks of it. So everything's working fine, so I'm assuming I don't need power. But yeah, anyways, let's go back into here, and what I want to automate is I want to automate these. I've added a coal coke oven, and yeah, it's just to produce coal coke faster. If we have time, I might try and automate this, but I don't know if we'll have time for that. If not, that'll be coming up soon. I have 32 channels running into this area, but like I said, I do have to upgrade this soon, and I'm still trying to decide whether I should upgrade it here or just make a new base in a Miscraft Age and whatchamacallit, start building a new base there. I haven't decided yet. If I do build a Miscraft Age, it's going to be a void world to cut down on the FPS lag. I'm hoping that'll help. I know these things cause a little bit, but that's only when you're first loading the area, I'm pretty sure. And then everything else I have should be fairly friendly on the graphics, so I don't know. I have an older graphics card, and that's why I have problems every once in a while. So, but anyways, this chest is holding up pretty much everything we need for this. So let's grab all of this stuff out and jump back here and take a look at what's going on. Can I? It's only 2. I should be able to clear that. So what I've done is I've got my wood extraction pipe, and then I have these. Oops. It's not what I wanted to do. Give me that cable back. I hope I got that back. I don't think I did. I might have. But I have these gates. These are just basic gates, but they're the, I can't remember what they're called, and I probably can't pronounce it anyways. this one? Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But they're basically the ones that act as a redstone engine when you put them on here. So you have this thing that's called an energy pulser, and what it'll do is it'll extract liquids out. I just got it running across to a void fluid pipe over here. And then same thing on this side, I just got one running over. So, but anyways, what we want to do is, how did I want to do this? I've set this up once already and then decided that I wanted to do it with you guys. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to start by grabbing this, and the imports are there. So I think I want the export buses here. One there, and one here, and then one here. And then the no, I'm already messing up. Export will export items, so insert items into the system. Now I'm stuck. How did I get out of this? Oh, right there. So let's grab this one back up. We want... No, that was right. That's what I wanted. Oh, I'm losing my mind today. Okay, so we want the export buses here. I want one here. I am using the export bus, yes. And then I want one right there. And then we're going to put the import buses here, here, and here. And then we need this one down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why can't stuff just cooperate? It makes life so much easier when it cooperates. Okay, so let's go with an empty hand. And this one I want to export coal. Over here we want the same thing. We want this one to export coal. And then that should be pretty much it for right there for now. These ones are going to import coal coke. So we'll set both of these to coal coke. And I want a redstone card in this one. And we're going to set it to active without signal. And then same with this one, because I forgot to put this in here. And active without signal. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot that first. I need a block. And I found this in my testing that it's better to put a block like so, and then take your level emitters and then put them on like so, and then break that, and then we can put, we need that back, we can put our import bus back and set this back up to be coal coke with a redstone card, and set to active without signal. And then let's go over here and fix this one quickly. Get that back up, put that there, put a level emitter right there, grab that. Where'd our import bus go? We need that back. So we'll put that back on here. No, not the level emitter. You know what? I'm going to grab my AE tool. Tech bag, magic bag, tool bag. I hope it's in here. I need to grab something out of here anyways. This and this. We want the networking tool right here. So let's click. Oh, that's a P2P too. That's not the right thing. Give me that back. All the derpiness today. Let's put that in there, and then we will put that there. Put that on that. There we go. That is pretty much ready to go now. So we'll do the same thing here. Need to block here, and then redstone emitter right there. Break the block, and we'll put the block back in there. And then these ones, where'd my import bus go? So this one, we're going to put the import bus there. The export bus, we need to put the capacity card in, and that'll unlock it a little bit more so we can hold 4 more items in here. And I'm going to put coal coke and iron in this one. And then in the import bus, I am going to put steel. And like so. So now the level emitters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up to a stack. And we're going to list it for coal coke. And when levels are above or equal to limit, it will emit a redstone signal. I think that's what I want. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. And bring this up to 64. I think when they made this, they should have put it in stacks of 64. So this one should have been, well, go 110 and then 64, 120, and then maybe, you know what I mean, like have what Minecraft holds stacks in. Because that's usually what you'd want out of something like that, so. Where did all my cable go? So now, this one, what I want to do is we're going to go for right now, I'm going to do 128. And this one is going to be steel. And this thing needs a redstone card. And oops, active without signals. So now that those are all pretty much set up, what we are going to do is grab our cable, and I'm just gonna quickly run some cable like so and like so. Put some right here, and one right there. And then let's morph into a back, because it'll make this part a little bit easier. Put my smart cable down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run a little bit down here like this. I think I stopped. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Excuse me. Run this one down. I think that one's going to be a piece of smart cable. And then run this one down. And bring it over. And then, yeah, like so. So, you're not really going to be able to see this smart cable after I close everything up. I'm just kind of doing this to give you guys an idea of how many channels this is going to take up. I'm going to put a piece of dense cable right there. And then I'm going to put my P2P right there. And I'm pretty sure my network card should still be hooked up. But just in case, we're going to clear the settings. That was a shift right click to clear your settings on your, what is this thing called, memory card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift right click that. No, we're going to right click that. Oh, shift right click. Okay, that, no, it says settings clear. What am I doing wrong? I could have swore it was a shift. Keeps saying settings saved and then clears them. I know it's a shift right click. I don't know why the settings are getting cleared. This says it's blank, doesn't it? Yes. Let's see if this is what my problem is. There we go. It was because I was in bat form. Morph back down to bat form. Drop into here and then just right click it. Don't shift right click and it'll load your settings in. And then all I'm going to do is run a cable out from here. That there, and then I'm going to put my last piece of smart cable right there, I think. And then run this across. Of course, I'm short one cable. It's always the case, isn't it? So let's grab some cable out of here. I only need one piece. And boom. Give it a minute to connect. We're using 2 channels on this cable itself. These are going to fire up. It should be exporting. Is it going to export all the coal coke first? $64, yep. So basically the way this is going to work is if we go back here, because I was already testing this, all these will be on. So none of these are going to export or import any of the coal coke, but these will cook until it's got a full stack in here, and because it won't get outported or imported into the AE system, it will always keep a stack in there ready to go. Same with this thing, it's always going to keep a stack of steel inside of here, so I'll have one spare stack that isn't in the AE system. But if we go and take a look over here, I've already got more than what I've limited those to in the AE system, and that's why those level emitters are producing a redstone level right now. So if we type coke, we have 117. So now if I were to pull out all of that, it'll start importing whatever was ready into the system. This stuff takes a really long time to make. Let's go, so there was 54 in there. Let's go over here and you'll see that this is empty and this one is empty. And as soon as one becomes ready, which takes forever, come on, faster. Can I put a speed upgrade in you? Like, should be able to speed upgrade these. And of course I can't just drop a piece in there. Do. Come on. And boom. And it gets sucked out. So, and that was because the level emitter says that, or is reading the AE system and going, hey, I don't have 64 of you, so I'm going to pull you out of the coal coke oven. So let's just plop this stuff back in here. And same thing with the steel. I already have quite a bit of steel in here. So if I were to pull that out, and I said what, 128, so I pull out another one, it goes up to 80 because that was what was left in the system. So yeah, it'll always keep 2 stacks in my AE system of steel, plus it'll keep a stack of steel in the blast furnace at all times. So when I do use a stack of steel, it'll output whatever it can out of the blast furnace into the AE system, and then I'll always have 2 things of coal coke on hand. So that is really good. I don't know if this is the best way to do this system. It's probably using channels that I don't need to waste, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Like I said, I'm considering building another base, or if I should build a controller down here. And the only reason I want to build a base in a Mistcraft Age is to cut down on the amount of, or to improve my FPS basically, because I have an older computer and an older graphics card, so it's a big strain on my computer to do some of this stuff. So, but anyways, it's gonna be a little bit shorter of an episode. I said if I had time I would automate the making of this, but I don't have anything ready to automate this, so I think I'll do it next episode instead of this episode. And yeah, maybe we'll do that. That should, if I get all this stuff ready, that shouldn't take that long to automate that. And I wouldn't mind having it so everything in here gets dumped into interface, so it goes back to the AE system. So if I want to put a stack of something in here, I can, and then I can leave it and it'll end up in the AE system. So, and this won't be that hard, it's just a matter of making the patterns and putting interfaces on it. So, and I think over here I'm using 9 channels. If we take a look at this, this is only using 9 of 32 channels. So there's 3 channels over there, 3 channels there, and 3 channels there. So I still have quite a few channels to play with in this room. So this should only take up 2 channels, and that should only take up 1 channel. So, but yeah, I think with that, I'm going to call it a wrap on this episode. Sorry it's a little shorter, just kind of automating the blast furnace and the coal coke ovens. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave me a like, helps me out a lot. Consider subscribing if you're not already, lets you know when I have new content out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.